Robert Dolling, often called Father Dolling, and sometimes even Brother Bob, was one of the great larger-than-life figures of Anglo-Catholic mission. He was born in 1851 in Ireland. He became an Anglican priest and is remembered especially for his work in Portsmouth and, above all, St Agatha's. Dolling is remembered because he made the slum-priest world feel intensely human. Whilst Lauder can look like discipline and mission in a harsh key, Dolling often looks more flamboyant, more unpredictable, and more visibly personal. But the underlying instinct is related. He believed the poor should not be given a cut-down Christianity. He believed in sacramental religion, strong pastoral presence, and a church that entered the life of a place rather than merely preached at it from above. Dolling's ministry in Portsmouth became a kind of laboratory for beauty and parish life and social action and incarnational presence in the rough urban context. He worked among soldiers and sailors and dockland communities and the poor. He took worship seriously and he took people seriously, and he gained the sort of fierce local affection that only comes when a priest is not simply performing religion, but inhabiting a neighbourhood. He was not neat. This is part of his interest. Dolling was difficult and restless and resistant to tidy management. His ministry generated admiration and conflict and a mythic afterlife, and that afterlife can make him seem almost too vivid to be real. But he was real, and the vividness is part of the point. He shows that ritualist mission was not only a theory of slum work, it was a way of life carried by strong personalities, strong convictions, and a willingness to remain where respectability did not naturally want to remain. Dolling also exposes the limits of the usual story that beauty and poverty are opposites. He did not think splendour in worship was wasted on the poor. He thought the poor had a right to it, and that conviction is one of the deepest threads in the whole slum priest tradition. Now, one should be careful. There's always a temptation to romanticize the slum priest and miss the social complexity. That Victorian paternalism did not vanish because incense appeared. Dolling was still a man of his time, but reduction is not understanding either. Father Dolling was an Irish-born Anglo-Catholic priest, a powerful parish missionary and one of the most memorable faces of ritualist ministry among the poor. He made a certain church vision visible, in a church that did not flee ugliness, a church that thought holiness could be local, and a church that tried, however imperfectly, to plant beauty, discipline, and presence in places where the wider culture often treated it as disposable.